Yo, what's good? What's good, man? I feel like I'm on the road today, man. Doing three videos, man. It's my third video for the day. Might do another one, who knows, man. I just want to talk about something real quick. Y'all already know who it is, what it is, and what's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Guess who, the reluctant YouTuber, you know what I mean? Here to lace your brain with something that's incredible and glorious game. What's the game, man? And I just want to talk about something real quick, man. Hold on, man. Let me play this real quick. And you know, let me just play this because, hey, man, it is what it is, but we got to do it. You know what I mean?
Taxi! Take me to the garden and hit the music. Hustling hard, we show no fear, no shortcuts, always prepared. Madison Square, New York, we're here. All five boroughs, the love is thorough. New York forever, against whoever. God in the paint, see the orange blue letters? Go against the Knicks, then you go against us. Now stand up and tell us where you're from. Come on. Say what? I can't hear you. What did I hear? Say what, y'all? What did I hear? It wasn't quite clear. Sounded good to my ear. Come on. The Knicks don't run from the grind, come see us. Playing in the world most famous arena. Live from the wild best city in the world. Take the train to the game scene all around the world. The leaders of the pack, you can check the stats. You know where we from, tell them where we at. The magic is in the work. We are the center of the basketball universe. Come on. Brady, New York, come on.
Man, yo, man. Hold on. Welcome to the world famous MSG, Madison Square Garden, man, TV. Nah, I'm just bugging. You know what I'm saying? But check it out. Look, you from New York and you a New York Knicks fan, your emotions gonna go like this. You gonna go like this constantly. Because we all know our team. We love our team. But we know how it be. Look, I don't know what it is about the Knicks, but I used to say, man, God must have a problem with New York. Or New York really did something wrong to God, man. And particularly, like, maybe the powers that be that's over the New York Knicks franchise or basketball team, they did something, I don't know, because we've been waiting for, what is it, like over 60-some years since 73. It's about 50-some years, you know what I'm saying, for another championship. And you know, just a lot of pressure, you know what I mean, when we finally get a team, you know, that could bring us closer to that destination. Yo, game 1 versus Indiana, the Pacers. It was a little bit more than 2 minutes left to go when the Knicks were up like 12 or 14 points. I said, yo, something's wrong. I said, that lead is not secure. And I said, yo, Reggie Miller's in the building somewhere. Not him physically, like he was actually at the game, because he probably was at the game. But I was like, the spirit of Reggie Miller's hovering around here somewhere. And I was like, yo, that lead is not secure. And I'm seeing like, I said that could be gone in any minute, just like Reggie Miller did to us years ago in a matter of 8 or 9 seconds because of the 3. I said that lead ain't secure. When I said that, at that 2.5 minute mark, I started calling the plays. I started saying what was going to go wrong, exactly what was going to go wrong, and it did. Because I know New York. I know the Knicks. But before I tell y'all what I said, I'm going to say this. Yo, New York puts a lot of pressure on the players. We're so excited about the fact that we finally got a decent team that showing a lot of New York attitude, which is grit, tenacity, never say die attitude. We don't back down from nobody. You know what I'm saying? That Empire State mentality flows from the New York City all the way up to upstate New York, even to Buffalo. You can see that in Griselda. You know what I mean? In the rappers Griselda. Shout out to Westside Gun, Conway the Machine, and Benny the Butcher. Even in Rochester, 38 Special, you know, and Class Murder and them, you know, carrying the torch of that real New York hip hop, right? So I'm from Newburgh, New York. I'm only an hour away from New York City. 60 miles from the Palisades. We right there in Harlem or Manhattan, you know what I'm saying, in New York, and go to MSG. We go to the Madison Square Garden. So I'm only an hour away. They call us country. If you ain't from the city, you country, according to them. You know what I'm saying? But that New York City spirit or attitude goes all the way throughout the state. So we feel it. You know what I mean? We have that same aggressive attitude, that same mentality. Oh, yo, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm from New York. That same attitude is going from New York City all the way up. You know what I'm saying? To past Schenectady, past Albany, past Syracuse, all of that, to Niagara Falls and all the way up there near Canada. But New York puts a lot of pressure on the players because all the everybody of the who's who is always there. You know, Madison Square Garden is a legendary arena for basketball and stuff like that. So all the who's who, all the celebrities, everybody's there. That's number one. Man, I haven't heard Cam talk about on the It Is What It Is show with Cam and Mace. And Cam was like, yo, they started naming streets after the players and stuff like that. I was like, yo, we be doing too much, man. We be doing too much. So, and then they hit a dude in the head with the garbage that had a Pacers jersey on. You know what I'm saying? Hit him in the head. Bam! You know what I mean? So New York is wild. You know what I'm saying? And Cam was like, yo, man, or he said that Sin City said, you know, we might be careful because we start winning, somebody might get shot. You know what I mean? Somebody might get shot. They tell us to say pew pewed or whatever. But yeah, you know, it's getting wild out here. So with that being said, I'm watching about 2.5 minutes, and I just said, I started calling out the plays. I said they're gonna go down and miss. They miss. And I said when who was it? OG or one of them was shooting the free throw. I said, oh God, he's gonna miss one of them and cause them to come back. No, before even that, when Nesmith hit all them threes, I said, here we go. I said I was right about Reggie Miller being in here, and it was in the form of Nesmith. and Halliburton hitting them threes. And I said, yo, we can ready to lose. While we were still, you know, battling out before the game was, long before the game was over, before overtime or whatever, I said, we can ready to lose this game. I feel it. And I called it. And I said, look, when OG got fouled, he went up there to shoot this. I said, he going to miss one of them. Boom, he misses one of them. When Cat got up there and it was time for him to shoot his free throws, I said, he's going to miss one. Boom, he missed one. Then I said, this game is over. Halliburton going to come down and shoot and hit it and hit the game-winning shot. He comes down, hit the shot. It didn't win the game because his toe was on the line, but it sent it into overtime. When I saw that it was going to overtime, I said, yeah, this game over. Knicks lost it. Boom. Y'all saw what happened. I ain't even watch game 2. It's very frustrating to watch the Knicks game. Watch game 2. I didn't even watch it. But I called it. Game 2. They lost that. Both in the Garden. You know what I'm saying? Because it's too much, the pressure and it's too much for them. You know what I'm saying? The expectation is too high. And it seems like they got trouble winning when it come to that. So I was like, yo, game 3. I watched a little bit of that. And they was down 20. But that New York grit, and guess what? They're in Indiana. So they still was down 20. Freaking Jalen Brunson was on the bench because of 5 foul troubles. And Cat scored 20 points in the 4th quarter so we can win that game and edge out the game. That's crazy, yo. But they won. They got that fierce tenacity that we not just gonna give up. My mother, man, I hope my mother don't get mad, you know, at me for saying this, but or for even doing this video about her team. Because it's my team, and it's my team largely because it's hers. It's like I was born with a Knick jersey on. But she couldn't even watch the rest of the game in game 3, man. I had to catch her going to the bathroom, and she talking about, I said, yo, man, you know they won the game? And she didn't even know because she fell asleep. She's like, I couldn't watch it. Because the Knicks will give you, man, they'll give you some problems. They stress you out, man. Emotional roller coaster. So now I'm like, yo, we won that one. So I started feeling like, man, whatever Minnesota do, because Minnesota in their game 3 blew out the Thunder. The next day, we won our game, but Minnesota had lost 2, but they had lost 2 in OKC, you know what I mean? And won 1 at their home, on their home floor. I said, so it's in reverse, whatever Minnesota is doing, because, you know, Minnesota and Knicks made the trade for Cat, and they gave them DiVincenzo and Julius Randle, you know what I'm saying? So we trying to see who benefited more out of that trade, the Knicks or the Timberwolves, you know what I'm saying, or Minnesota. So we trying to see. They were both in it. So I said, dang, it seemed like whatever Minnesota's do, the Knicks do. But it's in reverse because the Knicks had home court and they don't play good in the Garden. You know what I mean? Because it'd be too much going on in the Garden. And I guess, I don't know. But my critique is this, man. Tibbs, he don't play his bench. He got too much riding the coattails of Jalen Brunson too much. Jalen Brunson be ball hogging, man, hogging the ball. You know what I mean? That clutch done went to his head. You know what I mean? He deserves it, don't get me wrong, but come on, man. Pass the ball. Tibbs, use the bench. Or else you can hang it up. Yeah, first of all, this is what I came to say. Look, man. Minnesota lost in game 4 on their own court, right? And I was thinking that, look, man, whatever Minnesota's doing, we seem like we doing. They just lost last night. The Knicks play right now, I think. No, in an hour. They're about to play in an hour. All my Knicks fans, look, we love the Knicks and we want them to do good. But this is going to determine whether the trade was better with Cat or should we just kept DiVincenzo or Randall and all them. Who benefited more in the trade, in my opinion. Now, y'all sports aficionados, y'all can correct me or whatever, but listen, if the Knicks get past Indiana, that's without any shadow of a doubt who benefited more from the trade. But even if the Knicks win tonight, but lose to the Pacers in the series altogether, does that still mean we benefited more in the trade because we won more games in the semifinals or whatever, the Eastern Conference Finals? Does it, or do they have to beat the Pacers to determine that? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Y'all get in the comment section and let me know. You know what I'm saying? But what's the prediction for tonight's game? Boy, like I told you, I've been on the trajectory of whatever Minnesota is doing, we tend to be doing. Now, I don't want it to be that way, but this is what I'm going to say. Look, man, if Jalen Brunson got to get in foul trouble in order for Tibbs to start playing the bench and letting Cat do his thing, we done. You know what I mean? We're done. Because sometimes some certain coaches like him are stubborn. They ain't going to listen to nobody. All the criticism, it's like they block it out or they might even hear it. Because I heard that somebody said, Kenny Smith said, Tibbs would have a hard time playing 9 people in a baseball game, and it takes 9 people to play in a baseball game. Like, that's ridiculous. Charles Barkley got on after Knicks won in Game 3. Say, yo, man, do y'all ever talk to Tibbs about, playing other players and stuff like that? Because it seems like a little wacky. It seems wacky now that he does not do that. If he don't do it, we can hang it up. Jalen Brunson, pass the ball, bro. Stop ball hogging. You ain't gotta be Captain America or Captain New York, Nick, every night. Pass the ball. Give it to Cat. That's what you got him there for. You know what I'm saying? Let other players get touches. Let OG touch it. Let Mikal Bridges touch it. Definitely let Cat touch it. And you know what I'm saying? But Tibbs, instead of switching up the lineup, man, use the bench. Let them dudes get a rest. You running them into the ground. You grinding their axe. They can't survive no series if you keep doing that. That's why they always got to come back down from 20 and then do stupid passes, probably through Tib fatigue. They got a thing called black fatigue out. No, it's Tib fatigue. You know what I mean? Wearing them out all the time, man. So, but here it is. I was saying to myself, I said, yo, man, it might not be the next time right now. I had to really think about that. It may not be the next time. Besides, do we really want to see Knicks play OKC? Not really. We do want them to win the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm down with that. Are they going to win the championship against OKC? I highly doubt it, but we can't. I'm not saying that they can't, but I just doubt it. Just like we did with Boston. A lot of us, including myself, doubted the Knicks through Boston. But they, they showed that they can beat Boston. And in my opinion, I think Boston was better than Cleveland, because Cleveland had some of their players hurt. So they, other than Jason Tatum getting hurt, the Knicks won a lot of other games coming back from 20 with Tatum healthy and on the floor. So, but anyway, and they were winning that game. He was getting hurt in. So, and he had a great night that night. But anyway, I'm thinking like it might not be the Knicks. It might not be the Knicks' time, bro. But what I will say is this: if they don't make it to the championship and win it, or if they don't make it past Indiana, this is my opinion. You better go get Giannis while he's showing interest. Get Giannis, man. Or KD. Some people, but preferably Giannis. We need another person that will demand the ball that's, a two-way player. Get him, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'll give up Cat and OG for Giannis. You know what I mean? Work something out, y'all. Upstairs. Because y'all never listen to us anyway. But it's about time, Tibbs. You need to listen, Tibbs. And the people upstairs, get Giannis. Get us a real, look, not one an emerging superstar, an established superstar like Giannis Antetokounmpo. Get him. Or get Kevin Durant. People who are interested in changing the fabric and the style of New York. And if Tibbs don't want to listen, he can go too. Because we ain't got no time for stubborn. We got to win. But as far as right now, man, I don't think it's our time yet. But potentially it could be. But we got to get past Indiana. But it's 2-1, and we play tonight. Man, the way Indiana playing, they playing like what how many people had touches? 9 to 10 people had touches and points and all that. They working a bench and everything, man. They working the bench. You know what I mean? The Knicks blew. It should be 2-1 in favor of the Knicks. It should be 2. It really should be 3-0. You know what I mean? Knicks blew the first one, and I didn't even watch it, but I heard they blew the second one. You know what I mean? And we just won the third one. But, man, that's all I got to say on that, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Knicks. Go New York, go New York, go. We're going to see if they can pull it off tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? If we could pull it off, it'll be 2-2. You know what I'm saying? So, we just do it like that, man. Y'all have a blast past while now in the greater later. Live the life of your design so you can have a good time for a lifetime. Live the life of his design so your life will be divine for the rest of your lifetime here and after. You dig? So guess who the reluctant YouTuber, guess who the rapper, signing out, baby. All right, 1.